Today I got something quite unique for you. We're going to talk about some agile fallacies and how to fix them. 3 common but deadly agile fallacies that are poisoning your agile and Scrum implementation in your team, in your organization, giving you false expectations. And if left unattended, if you leave these agile fallacies unattended, your agile implementation might fail. First off, a fallacy is the use of an invalid or otherwise faulty reasoning or wrong moves in the construction of an argument, which may appear stronger than it really is if the fallacy is not spotted. There's a lot of fallacies, more than 100. Here's a common one. The bandwagon fallacy, which states that just because a significant portion of a population believe that something is true, it doesn't automatically make it true. You see that often in advertising. 3 out of 4 people believe that this toothpaste is the best for your teeth. Agile fallacy. Number 1, your team is ready for agile. An agile team is supposed to be self-managed, self-organized. They decide what to build, how to build it, who builds it, and by when to build it. Their focus is delivering the most valuable product, service to the customer. And to do this, they focus on continuous improvement, day in, day out. They are self-starters, problem solvers. They take ownership, they collaborate with each other. They can easily work together and don't require close management. This all sounds wonderful, but in reality, it's rarely the case. If somehow you could assemble a team of people with these attributes, with these skills, this team would flourish and be successful in any kind of environment, most probably with any kind of framework, not only Agile or not only Scrum or Kanban, any kind of framework. But the problem, reality, is that most organizations, they don't have these types of people. They don't have the self-starters, people who can work alone, be self-managed, self-organized. They don't have these kinds of people, or even these kinds of people. They don't even want to be self-managed. They don't even want to be self-starters, problem solvers. Not everyone is a star, and that's okay. It doesn't mean that you can't implement Agile in your organization. It just means that it will take longer, more coaching, more leadership to train these people, to coach, mentor these people. And that's okay. It just takes time. Is your team currently working on continuous improvement? That's what Agile is all about, the focus on continuous improvement in terms of processes, how we collaborate together, and the product. Is your team experimenting, inspecting, and adapting? If you're not doing that, why? Coach them, lead them, mentor them. Agile is not easy. It's not like waterfall where supervisors tell people what to do and they just execute. Agile is about thinking. You need to continuously be improving. You need to go out of your comfort zone. It's not easy. That's why we need coaches. We need leaders to do that. Mentor people, coach people, and you'll be okay. Fallacy number 2, Agile and Scrum, they make the team go faster. I like this fallacy. Agile and Scrum, they like using terminologies, sprints, velocity, that sound like, to an outsider, someone who doesn't know what Agile is, that may sound like it increases the speed of a team. It makes teams go faster without adding more people or without reducing scope. It's like magic. And this might cause outsiders to have false expectations, which will cause a lot of problems in the future, especially if these outsiders or stakeholders like top management or middle management or even directors in the company have a lot of problems in the future. Agile is not about that. What's the first principle of Agile? Our highest priority is to satisfy the customer through early and continuous delivery of valuable software. Early and continuous delivery of valuable software. Not increasing speed, not making team work faster. Agile doesn't make teams work faster. Neither does Scrum, except if you are focusing on efficient ways to work. That's how teams work faster. Agile is about delivery. Every sprint, working increment that brings value. Agile is about value, something which is working that brings value. And the problem is when stakeholders don't get it. They believe that Agile is all about speed, increasing speed without increasing people, reducing scope. When they see the word sprint, they believe that in a sprint, 2 weeks, everything needs to be done. We constantly put pressure on the team. Delivery faster. Why are you lazy? Why are you not going faster? Ignoring customer value, even quality is ignored. What's most important is fixed timelines, deadlines. I see a lot of people, a lot of organizations which shouldn't even be using Agile. Agile works the best when a plan needs to change, when you're constantly adapting to what the customer wants and customer needs. If you have a fixed plan, fixed requirements, you don't intend to change anything. You already know that you release an application in 6 months. You don't care about the customer. Why use Agile? Use the waterfall model. But if you want to focus on frequent releases, getting feedback from customers and really working on something of value, producing a product, a service of value to customers, Agile is what you need. Scrum is what you need. And eventually, the more you use Agile, the more you use Scrum, the more the team gets better at Agile and Scrum, the faster they will go. But it takes time. And speed is not your primary goal, or shouldn't be your primary goal. Agile is not about speed. Again, it's not about speed. It's about completion. Every single sprint, working increment, get feedback from customers, do better, continuous improvement. But the most important thing here is working software at the end of every sprint. Valuable thing to the customer. Fallacy number 3, the developers code fallacy. This starts with the idea that developers are rare or extremely expensive. They are unique little precious beings that need to only focus on code. On coding, they can't do anything else. And because of this, they can't talk to customers. No, they are not allowed. Only the product owner, the business analyst, the designer, the business people of the team can talk to customers. Developers should code and code only. Sounds logical, maybe to an outsider, but in reality, this has diminishing returns in the long run. It will reduce in the long run productivity of a team. The team can't be creative. The team can't innovate, can't focus on continuous improvement. And it shows that your company is stuck in industrial paradigm thinking. This is pure output-oriented assembly line work. And the problem is that we are not assembling cars here. We are working in complex environment and building products in complex environments. I know in the Scrum Guide, the latest version, the 2020 version of the Scrum Guide, it says that the product owner, owner of a backlog, owner of the user stories, the requirements, why we are doing it, what we are doing. But the real magic happens when developers can talk to customers, when they can see the customers experiencing with a product, the issues that the customers are having. Because developers, they can think of things that the product owner or the business analyst or even the designer might not even think about, because they are actually doing the code. This is where the magic happens. Do you know what's the best way to increase the productivity of a team? Most organizations, most teams I've worked with in the past, they don't realize that. They don't know that. The best way to increase productivity of a team is simply building the right things, the right products, the right services, focusing on what the customer wants and customer needs. And to do this, everyone in the team needs to talk to customers. That's mandatory. There's no way around that. Everyone in the team, including developers. In the short term, productivity will take a hit. But in the long term, medium term even, productivity will increase. It's guaranteed. Everyone should be talking to customers. Which brings me to my next point. If you want more tips, insights on Agile, Scrum, personal growth, click on the video that stands out the most on the screen right now. And I'll see you in a few seconds.